you guys, we are on lesson 2 of Soul Lessons in Soul Coaching with Sonia Choquette. And this week's lesson is you are a co-creator with the divine. And when we really own this lesson, and we fully accept that, we fully accept our creative power, we honor and respect our souls and remind others to do the same. And this is a challenging one because it can really feel frustrating and angry. We can get angry, but the idea is to look around at your life and see what's showing up and to know that it is in direct response to the signals and the vibrations that you're putting out and intentions. Although it can be highly unconscious, right? This can be a highly unconscious process, especially when there's deep wounding. And generally, we are learning through modeling. So we're carrying, generational energy patterns, thought patterns, behavior patterns, and manifesting by default often. And these are the things we're deconstructing as we own more and more of our divinity, as we do this process and raise our vibrations. So I really hope that this lesson is something you're open to receiving. And I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard it, right? We talk about the law of attraction all the time. And there are divine laws in place that create structure that we need to work within. And learning to utilize it and harness this power will come at a later time. For now, what we're working on is just owning this. This is something that people really resist, right? Because we look around and there's many things we don't want. And we think, how could I possibly have manifested this or attracted this in? And we do. So hopefully this isn't creating a lot of anger or frustration. I know that I've recently worked with clients and talked about this, and it does create just some suffering when we don't own our power, right? When we just don't own it. This generative power, everything around us is a reflection of it. That includes health, relationships, finances, satisfaction level, right? Even our attitude about what is coming in is a direct response. So managing that, and it can be very overwhelming to believe this, an overwhelming thought that we have that much influence. That famous Marianne Williamson quote, our greatest fear is our own power, our own divinity. And you're designing the circumstances rarely intentionally, right? We just said that. You're usually manifesting circumstances unconsciously, but this is not to create blame. So it's not to create blame or guilt. She used the example of a child with car keys, the child doesn't know how to operate the vehicle. So can we really blame the kid for creating the pile up on the highway? Same thing. As we learn to harness this power and utilize it, that's how we grow in skill. So have a growth mindset around this, and if at the very least just working on the attitude about what's coming in and showing up, and what it might be trying to tell you or teach you, or why you might have wanted to attract this, or also where did it show up previously, right, in your ancestry, maybe very recently, maybe a parent, and then also looking forward, do your children have some of these tendencies as well? We're modeling so much of our behavior and our beliefs and thought forms, right? These are inherited much of the time. So for now, learning to wield it. And then, as I said, I'll leave it up to you to figure out which level you're at, and then reading the recommendations for growing at the level you're at, right? So if you're a student, this is new information. Apprentice, this is something you're curious about, interested in knowing more about. Journeyman, you're already putting this into action. And then on the way to mastering it, you wake up excited about how you're going to manifest your day. And also, you don't give in to the fears. You don't even think of failure, right? I don't know who's able to do that. I probably know a few people. But I'm definitely not one of them. I struggle with this one a lot. You have to think, are you waiting for someone to come save you? Are you waiting, for permission to kind of get on purpose, get on track? These can all be ways that are indications that we're kind of not really owning our creative power. So again, I want to recommend a crystal and an oil. You can be using any crystals you own or oils that you have to be anchoring in the meditation we'll be going into. I just wanted to give you some recommendations in case you're curious or interested in working further and more in depth with these vibrational tools. I recommend citrine, right? This is natural citrine. I also have a twin cluster. I think they call it tantric twin sometimes, which I love. So with the citrine is a positive vibration, right? It's optimistic. It helps with manifestation that way. It's an emitter of positive vibration. It attracts happiness, a sense of generosity and abundance. It connects with the solar plexus chakra right above the belly button. It's just a sunny, happy stone that we often work with in manifestation because it only emits energy, right? It gets you into prosperous flow, state of generosity, and joy, state of joy. I also recommend Litsea oil. Again, I use the doTERRA brand. Litsea is helpful in manifestation because it encourages you to follow your inspiration, trust your intuition. It helps recalibrate your inner compass, supports you in taking leaps of faith, and aligns you to your higher purpose, which is this whole journey that we're on. And in alignment, that's how we bring things down and anchor down higher frequencies, right? So alignment is key for manifestation, which is why I chose Litsea. But again, use whatever you're working with, right? Really the key here is to have a scent that we're anchoring in the manifestation with, so that anytime we inhale it, it's recalling the experience. Scent is a great way to anchor in memory, through memory, right? So, if you want to go ahead, if you're using the eye pillow, right? This is my eye pillow. It's weighted, as sand in it. Go ahead and put the drops of oil on it. And then we'll go right into meditation. You might want to hold the citrine in your receptive hand, which is your non-dominant, the opposite of your right, the one you write with, or it's your left. Some people say it's always your left, so you want to feel that out for yourself. And then if you're working with clear quartz to anchor in this experience, you'll hold that in your dominant hand. I have a little piece of clear right here. So you can use something like this or a geode, whatever you prefer, but put it in your dominant hand or your right hand. See which one feels more resonant as the giving hand, right? One feels more receptive. They both do both. They both give and receive, but one is more prone to receptivity and one is more prone to giving energy. So that's why when we're programming the clear quartz with the energy and the intentions that we're working with here, we put it in the hand that's better at giving, right? And then when we want to receive the vibration of a crystal like citrine for positivity, optimism, and manifestation, we will hold it in the receptive hand, so we're receiving that energy. I hope that makes sense. But again, you don't have to work with either one, or you may decide you want to put this on a chakra. Again, it might want to go on the solar plexus, which is right above the belly button. That's the chakra it would resonate with most. But again, feel it out. Use your intuition. That's what this whole practice is about anyway, is really connecting to that divine all-knowing part of yourself. And again, this is, if you have a couple pieces, you might want to hold one and then put one on the solar plexus. So now the oils are probably absorbed into your eye pillow. So go ahead, recline, lay back, put the mat on the floor, get on the floor, put your eye pillow on, apply your crystals as needed. And just take a deep breath and relax into wherever you're seated, whatever's holding you up. And feel that take all of your weight. Don't help it hold you up at all. With each inhale, you'll be noticing where you're holding more tension or pulling up. And with the exhale, you'll just release it gently. You may want to inhale through your nose to inhale and perceive the oil, and then exhale out the mouth so that you're not just blowing the oil out. And with each inhale through the nose, fully take in that oil, the scent of the oil, and just notice the effects. Notice any changes in your state, your thoughts, in your sensations. Exhale out the mouth. And now we're going to breathe intentionally. So we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause. I'll lead you through that. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And pause. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. And pause. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Pause. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. And pause. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Pause. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. And pause. And then go ahead and breathe normally and naturally, whatever that is for you. You may want to continue to breathe in through the nose to experience the oils and out the mouth, but just relax into it. You may notice how perfectly supported you are. And go ahead give even more of your weight to whatever's holding you up right now. Allow yourself to fully relax. You may notice that time has slowed down. You're more in touch with the divine part of you, more connected to your intuition, that timeless aspect of self. We're working with the affirmation, I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. And just receive that message. I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. Notice if any resistance comes up around this message. No need to change it, no need to fight it. Just notice it. I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. Where does this resonate in your body? Does it have a color? Does it have a quality? What's the sensation? I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. If any resistance has come up, ask your higher self or guides, are you able to release any of that? Are you able to let go of it? And if so, do so now. With the next inhale, notice any tension in the body that has been created. And with the exhale, allow yourself to slowly release it. In this state, you're able to access your higher self, your intuition, and your full manifesting potential through visualization and emotional resonance. So bring up on the screen in your mind's eye what it is you're most longing to manifest at this time. Notice as many details as possible. How does it look? How does it feel? Look around at the images and take note of what's showing up here. And then tune into your heart. What are the emotions that this manifestation elicits? The emotional resonance is what's key here. Feel your way through this. Notice the details, but tune into the resonance. How do you feel? And stay in this resonance as long as you need. I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. And as you tune into the emotional resonance of your manifestation, let go of the details. Let go of how that's going to happen or how it's going to show up. Imagine it going far, far away from you, so that it may travel far to bring back the exact match to this resonance when it returns to you. But first, you must let go. You mustn't attach. But stay in that emotional resonance so it can find you once it returns. I am a divine co-creator, and I fully accept my creative power. And so it is.